Hello, I'm Dr. Naga Radhika from the Department of English and Foreign Languages, SRM IST. Today we will learn parts of speech. So, what are parts of speech? Basically, words in the English language are divided into categories based on the work they do. And how many are there? There are 8 categories of these words. Now let's look at them. These are the 8 parts of speech that we have: nouns, verbs, adjectives, adverbs, prepositions, pronouns, conjunctions, and interjections. To remember these easily, I like to divide these into 3 groups. The nouns, the pronouns, and the adjectives into the first group, the verbs and the adverbs into the second group, and finally, the prepositions, the conjunctions, and the interjections into the third group. Let's look at their function in detail. In the first group, you have the nouns. The nouns, as you know, are the names of a place, a person, animal, thing, quality, action, or idea. Under this category fall the largest number of words in the English language. Let's look at these sentences. The first sentence: pity overcame Lalita as she saw the helpless kitten hiding under the table. Now in this sentence, pity, Lalita, kitten, and table are all nouns. Pity is what we would call an abstract noun. Lalita, a proper noun. Kitten and table are common nouns. Now in the second sentence, the angry crowd gathered outside the office. Crowd and office are nouns. And crowd is what we would call a collective noun. We have the pronoun. The pronoun is a word used instead of a noun. Let's look at this sentence. Vijay likes spending time with Vijay's mother in Vijay's mother's kitchen. Not only does that sentence sound odd, it also is very tedious because the same name Vijay is constantly being repeated. Instead of this, we can say Vijay likes spending time with his mother in her kitchen. So we have replaced Vijay with his in the first instance and Vijay's mother with her. Now these two words, his and her, are pronouns. Other examples of pronouns: I, we, she, he, it, they, you, his, her, their, its, your, mine, myself, these, etc. Now the third one in the first group is the adjective, a word used to add something to the meaning of a noun. Let's look at this sentence. The tall, dark, handsome boy walked in with 4 friends. Now, if you look at the words the, tall, dark, handsome, all 4 of these words describe the noun boy. Therefore, they are adjectives. And when we look at the end of the sentence, there are 4 friends. And this, the word for, is also an adjective. Now let's go on to the second group, verbs and adverbs. The verb is a very important word because we can form entire sentences with just one verb. A word used to express an action or a state is a verb. Now let's look at the first sentence. Lara sang a lullaby to her baby brother who slept peacefully in the crib. Lara sang. Sang is a verb. And the baby brother slept. Slept also expresses an action, which is a verb. Now let's look at the second sentence. He is angry with her. Is expresses a state and therefore is a verb. Now let's look at the sentence. John will be coming home in the holidays. Will be coming form a verb. So similarly, other words like laughs, sings, fought, burst, forget are verbs. Later we will see that verbs are further categorized into tenses. Now let's look at adverbs. A word used to add something to the meaning of a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Now we may have been taught that adverbs only add meaning to a verb, but adverbs do more than that. They can add meaning to an adjective or another adverb. Now some of the things that adverbs do. They tell us when an action happened, or where it happened, or how it happened. Look at the first sentence. He comes here daily. When does he come? Daily. The puppy follows him everywhere. Where does the puppy follow him? Everywhere. The child tiptoed carefully into the kitchen. How did the child tiptoe? Carefully. So these are the adverbs. Now let's come to the last group, the preposition, the conjunction, and the interjection. Now the preposition is a word used with a noun or a pronoun to show how the person or thing, as denoted by the noun or pronoun, stands in relation to something else. Let's look at these sentences. The first one, there is a fountain in the garden. Here the word in is the preposition because it tells us the relationship between fountain and the garden. In the second sentence, Newton sat under the apple tree. The word under is a preposition. And finally, the third sentence, he is very fond of pizza. So here, of is a preposition. Now let's look at conjunction. A word used to join words or sentences. The first sentence here says, Priya and Supriya are cousins. The word here, and, is a conjunction. Let's look at the second one. I would love to have ice cream, but I'm afraid I will catch a cold. Here, but is the conjunction because it connects the two clauses. Now the very last one, the interjection. is a word that expresses some sudden feeling. In the first sentence, hurrah, we won the match. Hurrah expresses joy. It is an interjection. And in the second sentence, hey, that was rude. Here, hey is an interjection. Now let's recall. The noun is the name of a person, place, animal, thing, quality, action, or idea. The pronoun is a word used instead of a noun. The adjective, a word used to add something to the meaning of a noun. Verbs, words used to express an action or a state. Adverbs, words used to add something to the meaning of a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Preposition, a word used with a noun or a pronoun to show how the person or thing, as denoted by the noun or pronoun, stands in relation to something else. Conjunction, a word used to join words or sentences. Interjection, a word that expresses some sudden feeling. I hope you enjoyed this session and I hope it brought some clarity. Thank you.